Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is June 6, 2023, and we are in the Old Testament. We're in the book of Deuteronomy, and we're going to read chapter 7 today. Okay, so what's going to happen here in chapter 7? Well, again, we're rehashing some things. We're preparing this second generation of Israelites to go into the Promised Land and take over. All the first generation that came out of Egypt is dead, except for Moses at this point, Joshua, and Caleb. So Moses is kind of tying up the loose knots and getting them ready to go. Some people, when they read this chapter, there's a lot of, you're going to smite these people, you're going to wipe them out, and they want to see a spiteful, angry God. And it's like, okay, you know what? That's not what you're getting here. You're getting a God who is sending these Israelites out to punish people who've turned away from him. All these nations that he's telling them to wipe out, we've seen them before in here. Okay, Canaanites, they came from Cain, so they were kind of birthed out of sin. God's kind of left them alone to see if they'll come back to him, and they've just gone deeper and deeper into sin. So now is the time that he's going to pass judgment on them, and he's taking the land away, and he's giving it to his people, the Israelites. So, or some people want to see vengeful, spiteful. You should see, a God who's now passing judgment on these people, and they're done. And now he's going to bring the Israelites in, and eventually he passes judgment on them, sends them to exile, just like he's going to pass judgment on us, whether we follow him or not. So we're seeing that occur, and we're seeing God try and reinforce to these Israelites that you are my people, you are a chosen people. That makes you something special. I've not done this with anyone else. I'm taking an interest in you. I'm trying to teach you. I'm trying to make you something. There's a few hints in here that it's not just going to be for the Jews, it's going to be for everybody, but right now God is concentrating on, I got to make a nation. Once I make a nation, I'm going to make a people, I got a plan, it's coming up. I got a plan to bring everybody back, but right now I got to lay the groundwork. So let's go ahead and we're going to read Deuteronomy chapter 7. When the Lord your God brings you into the land which you go to possess, and is cast out many nations before you, the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than you. And when the Lord your God delivers them over to you, you shall conquer them and utterly destroy them. You shall make no covenant with them, nor show mercy to them, nor shall you make marriages with them. You shall not give your daughter to their sons, nor take their daughters for your son, for they will turn your sons away from following me to serve other gods, so the anger of the Lord will be aroused against you and destroy you suddenly. But thus you shall deal with them. You shall destroy their altars and break down their sacred pillars and cut down their wooden images and burn their graven carved images with fire. For you are a holy people to the Lord your God. The Lord your God has chosen you to be a people for himself, a special treasure above all the peoples on the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love on you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any other people, for you were the least of all the peoples. But because the Lord loves you, and because he would keep the oath which he swore to your fathers, the Lord has brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you from the house of bondage, from the hand of Pharaoh king of Egypt. Therefore know that the Lord your God, he is God, the faithful God, who keeps covenant and mercy for 1,000 generations with those who love him, and keep his commandments. And he repays those who hate him to their face to destroy them. He will not be slack with him who hates him. He will repay him to his face. Therefore you shall keep his commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which I command you today, to observe them. Then it shall come to pass, because you listen to these judgments and keep and do them, that the Lord your God will keep with you the covenant and the mercy which he swore to your fathers. And he will love you and bless you and multiply you. He will also bless the fruit of your womb and the fruit of your land, your grain and your new wine and your oil, the increase of your cattle, the offspring of your flock, in the land of which he swore to your fathers to give you. He shall be blessed above all peoples there. There shall not be a male or female barren there shall not be a male or female barren among you or among your livestock. And the Lord will take away from you all sickness, and will afflict you with none of the terrible diseases of Egypt which you have known, but will lay them on all those who hate you. Also you shall destroy all the peoples whom the Lord your God delivers over to you. Your eyes shall have no pity on them, nor shall you serve their gods, for that will be the snare to you. If you would say it in your heart, these nations are greater than I, how can I dispossess them? You shall not be afraid of them, but you shall remember well that the Lord your God did to Pharaoh and to all Egypt. The great trials which your eyes saw, the signs and the wonders, the mighty hand and the outstretched arm by which the Lord your God brought you out, so shall the Lord your God do to all the peoples of whom you are afraid. Moreover, the Lord your God will send the hornet among them until those who are left, who hide themselves from you, are destroyed. You shall not be terrified of them, for the Lord your God, the great and awesome God, is among you. And the Lord your God will drive out those nations before you little by little. You will be unable to destroy them at once, lest the beasts of the field become too numerous for you. But the Lord your God will deliver them over to you, and will inflict defeat upon them until they are destroyed. And he will deliver their kings into your hands, and you will destroy their name from under heaven. No one shall be able to stand against you until you have destroyed them. You shall burn the carved images of their gods with fire. You shall not cover the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it for yourselves, lest you be snared by it. For it is an abomination to the Lord your God. Nor shall you bring an abomination into your house, lest you be doomed to destruction like it. You shall utterly detest it, utterly abhor it, for it is an accursed thing. May God bless the reading of his word, and may God bless you. Bye.